stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Wilson lines up in the pistol. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Wilson will throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. One knocked away. It's incomplete. Mike Williams, the one one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his second touchdown of the year. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up second and a yard on the Seahawks 39-yard line.
Mahomes now on second down. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Lions. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Mooney in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he will score. Mark Andrews touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 70 yards! Touchdown, Detroit! Now, Cano for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on 1st down. That is caught downfield by Pickens. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They put Pickens in motion. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a game of 10. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They try to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Again, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. the gun. He'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips. And the Lions are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
This is why speed on the perimeter is just so critical. To be able to get from the right side of the field all the way across to the left downfield, you better get there quickly, because I'll tell you what, those pass rushers up front, they're not getting further away.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. He goes right back to Sutton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Mahomes. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's got another one. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Lions. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
George Kittle was the intended target that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
First down, Seattle.
They'll look to throw again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a second down. They'll look to throw yet again. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Williams in motion. They go play action with Wilson. This one deep downfield for Chase. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Detroit. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. On second down, Russ. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to try it here again. That is not the way downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On the return is Jones. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
42, Seahawks 14.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. It's Mooney. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That one is caught by Mooney. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. This is caught at the 2. And he will score again. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Lions. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse. And I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions. And after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. He is in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Detroit. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Lions add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Wilson lines up in the pistol. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
First down throw, Mahomes. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Lions. Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, Going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't...
That is caught. What a throw. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one, number 7 on the year.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Russ. That's caught by Gibbs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Now it's Wilson. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
That's quickly out to Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Pickens in motion. Throwing again. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Williams in motion. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They put Pickens in motion. That's to his tight end, Kittle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They put Pickens in motion. Pick as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been. And it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Seattle. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return.
Darnay Holmes on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify it. I mean, to have this type of lead in the fourth quarter and still continue to air it out. Tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think could be pretty interesting.
On second down, Mahomes. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And he Njigba. Touchdown, Lions. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Brian Branch.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Mahomes on first down. Outright Smith and Njigba has it. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Lions stretch things out even further. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Here we go. One final play. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Oh, wait. Hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. Wilson lines up in the pistol. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Wilson will throw again. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So it's a win here for the Lions. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time.